Old Year's Night, Celtic Samhain. A beautiful good evening to everybody. Between two worlds, that of summer and of winter, rests Samhain. Samhain is the most important time in the ancient Irish and Celtic calendar. Tonight is Samhain. The time of Samhain starts at dusk, when the light and dark are both in balance. This was never regarded as a time of death, but a time of incubation for Mother Earth. It was the onset of winter that allowed the Great Mother to get ready, the seed for spring. So this Samhain is the Celtic New Year's Eve. It is at this time between worlds that the veil is thin. A time of possibilities. A time to pay honour to those who are no longer with us in human form. This was a time of endings and the promise of beginnings, a time for stillness and reflection. It was understood that in the dark silence of Mother Earth, when all appears dead, comes the promise of new beginnings, the stirring of the seed beneath the ground. It is on this night, some believe, that time stands still, allowing access to other worlds and into new consciousness. As I walked the gardens today, there was a real sense of endings and beginnings, of approaching a marker in time, a sense of anticipation and readiness for the sabbatical that is winter. For Samhain means summer's end, and as the Celts believed, this was winter's beginning. As an integral part of their culture and interpretation of life, the Celts held strong the tradition of the transmigration of souls, a philosophy I believe in. The Celts believed in two lands after death, the underworld and the otherworld. The otherworld was the abode of the dead. But we, the living, could move backwards and forwards into this other world, and those no longer with us at certain times could move backwards and forwards into this world. It's a very interesting philosophy because it strongly suggests life alongside the dead. And in that comes the understanding of the night of the thin veil, which I've written about before on my website. Archaeological evidence has drawn attention to the richness of Iron Age tombs and the abundance of grave goods within them. So there was this real understanding that there was no such thing as an ending. There's literary evidence from Caesar that seems to confirm at least part of the Celtic belief system, because we know the Celts did not write anything down. In his description of the Druids, he alluded to some of their lore that related directly to the movement of souls between one world and another, or between one individual and another, because he states, the Druids attach particular importance to the belief that the soul or spirit does not perish, but passes after death from one body to another. Written by Julius Caesar, The Gallic Wars, 6. And Lucan, Pharsalia, 1, stated that the Celts considered death as merely an interruption in a continuous life, as the spirit passed from one form into another, or from one world into another. And other writers, such as Diodorus Siculus, drew attention to similar beliefs, that the soul was immortal, and as its body deteriorated with age, it simply moved to another, usually located in another world. It is little wonder that the Celts believed in the sacredness of times and places, those in-between times, those in-between places. And so we celebrate Samhain. Blessings to you on this New Year's Eve. And may tomorrow, the first day of winter, that leads us on the descent to the winter solstice, may that bring new beginnings for you all. And set your intentions now, because as we descend into the midwinter, we go into a period of darkness where there's stillness and time to renew. For that's what the earth is doing. She's drawing everything back down into herself, and in a few months' time there will be such a renewal as to bring joy to the heart. Blessings on this Celtic New Year's Eve.